Okay, so let's talk a little more about what this dizzy little headache thing is. So, like traditional migraines, people consider that mild to moderate, headaches. Which there's a lot going on even when you consider a migraine. It affects it temporarily affects like your nerves, your blood vessels, and even the chemicals in your brain. And then when you add in the vestibular factor, which the vestibular system is your balance system, it's part of your inner ear in your brain that controls your balance and it allows your body to know, where you're putting your feet and where you should be putting your feet, how fast, how slow you should be moving, what should be moving. But when you add that in, and that part of your brain starts, misfiring, or, that starts, the blood vessels and everything start spasming there, it causes imbalancement problems. It causes a lot of problems, actually, but I'll post more about the symptoms in another video. But I just wanted to kind of give you an overview of what it was. It affects your balance. It affects your, cognitive thing, which even I'm sure regular migraines would do that too. It also, they also can last anywhere from a few minutes to, my longest episode was actually about 72 hours. It was 3 days. And 3 days of your head just completely spinning. It is not fun. It's not fun. You cannot drive. You have to watch where you're walking. It's not fun. But even with medication, and here this is the thing most people don't understand, is migraines, there's no cure for migraines. Even if it is just your regular kind of migraine, there's no cure. There's not a whole lot of information out there for them. Even though, they do have a lot of experimental medicine, not every treatment plan works for every single person. You have to find the right one that works for you. And even with that being said, you still have good days, you still have bad days. For instance, 2 days ago when I posted my first video, I couldn't walk very well at all that day. And by the end of that day, I was actually walking with a walker. And it's kind of a funny story because at one point I was walking with the walker and my legs proceeded to go backwards while I was still trying to go forward. And that does happen. Yesterday, just, kind of give you a little bit what's going on with me. Like yesterday, about the only thing that really bothered me, I had a slight migraine behind my right eye. It eventually did kind of turn into a full-blown migraine over both of my eyes, but it wasn't horrible. The medication, even with the medication, it got pretty strong, but once I was able to take my second dose of medication, which I can only take every 12 hours. Once I was able to take the second dose, it pretty much went away. Today, I accidentally set the wrong alarm, so I woke up way earlier than I needed to. I woke up at 6:30. And it's been a pretty productive day because I woke up and actually felt really good. So I did a few things around the yard. My work ended up calling me in, and I ended up working for like 4 hours, so that was good. I ended up having to drive, like 16 miles away from where I live, because some paperwork got mixed up, and I had to fix that, and I drove back, and by the time I was driving back, I could start feeling it a little bit, starting to misfire in my leg. So I was like, it's time to go home. And that's where I'm at. I'm at home resting. But it has not been bad today. And every day is different. I've never had this same experience every single day. One day I might not have hardly anything going on. The next day I might not be able to walk. I might be having the vertigo, crazy. Um, your auras or, whatever. I don't get very many of them, which was kind of probably why it was hard to, when I was younger, to even detect that I was having migraines, because I didn't have that problem. But since this has started, I know now what these little floaters in my eyes are. And for me, they look like little worms that just kind of, swim in my eye. The other day, it was the first time that I've actually experienced the one where it was like a black dot that was in the center of your vision. And it happened when I was driving, which was a little scary, but thankfully the dot was not very big and it was not far from home. But it didn't last long. It went away. But yeah, that's just some of the things that I've experienced the last couple days. I just want to let you guys know a little bit more. I'll make another post about my symptoms, what I've experienced. Not everybody that has this, not everybody that has migraines or even vestibular migraines has the same symptoms or the same symptoms every time that they have a migraine. So, but I just want to let y'all know how I was doing. Today has been a great day for me so far. And I'll probably be resting for the rest of the afternoon. Because like I said, my legs are starting to wobble a little bit. But they're not bad. So, but like, share, comment. Share this with your friends. One thing I do want to mention also is if you are experiencing headaches, any kind of headache. I did not know this. This went undiagnosed for me for a very long time. I had migraines long before I even knew that they were migraines. And it was because I was always under the impression that it was a tension headache or a sinus headache. And, that it was just sinuses and there was nothing to worry about. Which, maybe there's nothing to worry about, but learn what type of headaches you have. Most of mine are cluster. Now that I know a little bit more, and that's where I typically get them over one eye or the other, and they come and go a little bit, sometimes over a period of a couple days. Usually once a month I'll experience it for about 4 days straight, and I'll have, those intense migraines that you know what it is as soon as it starts happening. But not every symptom and not every headache is the same. So, I just want to let you guys know that. So, if you are experiencing headaches, go find out what kind of headache you are having. Google it. They have pictures, some really good pictures that show you where it's at on, in the person's head or what, to show you what type of headache you are having. Alright. Bye for now. Like, share, comment. If you know anybody that has similar issues, send them a message, let them see this. Hopefully I can touch people who are experiencing this, because I don't want anybody to have to do it alone. And if it wasn't for some of my friends on the internet and a few friends that I've met that have had the same problem, I don't know what I'd be doing, because it's one of those things you can't know what someone's going through unless you actually experience it. So, but, like, share, comment, and I'll see you in the next video.